Mets lose 3-1 to the New York Yankees, and I just have one question for the entire Mets fan base. Are we gonna stop saying we're back after every single win? Because this is what happens after every single win. It's basically a cycle at this point. The Mets will suck for a couple games. The entire fan base loses their mind. They say to sell. Then the Mets win a baseball game. Everyone says, hang on. Then they win another baseball game. Everyone says, okay, I'm starting to believe again. We're back. And then they go on a losing streak. And then they do it all over again and go back into a cycle. So this team's never going to be back. They've been dead since June. I've been saying it since June. I'm not patting myself on the back for it, but it's just been clear as day that there's no positive outlooks with this team. Cannot play defense, can't get hits. I basically had the script for this game if you watch yesterday's post game, although I was wrong about one thing. I said yesterday that today's game would definitely hit the over. I expected Carlos Rodon to stink up the place, but stupid me to not use my noggin, to not think for 2 seconds even. This is the perfect opportunity for Carlos Rodon. He has an awful start in Anaheim. He blows kisses to the Yankee fans booing him. A whole narrative, a whole story about how Yankee fans are pissed at him and they're livid with him and he's annoying. He sucks. He can't handle New York. Well, this was the perfect opportunity for him to bounce back. There's nothing better than facing the Mets to rejuvenate you. They'll help your ego. They'll help boost that confidence right up because they cannot perform at all. Look at the difference when the top part of the order did not perform tonight versus last night. Right? Right? Because this is the problem. They don't have consistent stars, consistent top players, consistent top of the order hitters on this team. They don't. Mark Vientos cannot play defense, cannot play third base. He is a DH. He is. And listen, I'm one of the bigger Mark Vientos guys. I love his bat, and I think there's a lot there in his bat to be a good, very good MLB player one day because of the bat alone. However, trotting him out there at third base will not work. And they need to figure out, is it worth keeping Vientos around if he's going to only be a DH? My answer is probably not. Probably not. It sucks because, again, I like Vientos personally, but the dude can't play defense, and it's more of the same of what we had with Dominic Smith. It's more of the same with what we had with JD Davis, which are guys that the Mets got rid of and didn't value. But, oh, by the way, let's value Daniel Vogelbach. The logic does not make sense. But this team absolutely should be selling at the deadline. I do not trust Billy Epler because I've been screaming for a rebuild. I want to make this clear. I do not trust Billy Epler to be the guy to man the ship for a rebuild. I do not. The guys they need to sell are Robertson, Pham, Raley maybe. Who else has 1 year left? Canna. Any guy with 1 year left and maybe two, sell. Sell. See what you can get. Because something is better than losing all these guys for nothing. Because I doubt any one of them want to stay, except for Robertson, which there was a report recently that he might want to stay around, and he's upset that he might be moved at the deadline, which I don't know why. I guess he loves New York, but come on. Don't you want a chance at a World Series, David? Come on. I love you, but no. But what? I got sidetracked. When it comes to the script of the game, I told you Quintana was going to give you 5 to 6 innings. They were going to need to use Drew Smith and Trevor Gott. I didn't say Trevor Gott, but I knew Trevor Gott. I forgot to say it, and I should have said it, but they were going to use Trevor Gott this game. Pitching wasn't even the problem. Because what has been the theme all year, ladies and gentlemen? When they hit, they don't pitch. When they pitch, they don't hit. Just that simple. Just that simple. found it interesting that Vientos was penciled in second in the lineup tonight. When I saw the lineup card, that was a little eye popping to me, which I liked it. I liked the shake up. I liked that a lot, but I was like, all right, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Vientos didn't have the best day, but again, we'll talk about it. Which let's just jump into it. Rodon, like I said, he needed to rejuvenate and bounce back after a brutal start in Anaheim. And what better way to do it than to get back-to-back strikeouts for the first two batters? He walked on the door, but then Pete Alonso hits into a flyout. We go to the bottom of the first, where Quintana worked into a jam, got out of the jam, thankfully. IKF got a single to center. Gleyber Torres then got a single into right. And all of a sudden, it looked like things were going to be bad as that put runners on the corner. Stanton then strikes out. Rizzo thankfully hits into a double play. We go to the top of the second. Mets go down in order. 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, bottom of the second, and the Mets, right, they don't know how to play baseball as DJ LeMahieu walks. Harrison Bader hits a double to left. Anthony Volpe walks. Bases loaded with no outs. And what's the difference between the Mets and the Yankees? The Yankees actually capitalize on said opportunities as Higashioka strikes out. He didn't capitalize, but Oswald Peraza hits one right to Marcana. And this is what, Mark Vientos. And this is what pisses me off. Why he didn't step on third and then try to flip it to second for the double play is beyond me. Or throw it home or tap third, then throw it to home. You had multiple options there for the double play. Again, Vientos had a horrible day in the field, and this was the first mistake. Awful play here by Mark Vientos. DJ LeMahieu was looking behind him, running like a goofball to home plate, not knowing how to play the game. Like, why is DJ LeMahieu looking behind him when the bases are loaded and you have to run on any ground ball, right? I don't understand why he was looking behind him, but he was. Vientos could have threw it home and got him out. I guess it didn't matter because the Mets didn't score, but that's two plays. There's two plays Vientos made where the game could have been tied at 1 and we could have been in extra innings right now. IKF hits a sacrifice fly. Bader is aggressive. Jeff McNeil makes an outstanding catch, by the way, there, who was very good in the field all night. And unfortunately, Bader ended up beating out the tag and the throw. Great throw by McNeil. And again, McNeil, I love what I saw from him today when it came to the defensive side. Hitting, oh my God. I want to lose my mind, but in the field, he was great. Anyway, Torres hits to do a fly out, then to Jeff McNeil, who again made some great plays. That might have been the home run that he robbed actually there from Torres, because I know Torres hit one that almost left the yard, or was that one? No, that was later on in the game, right? But busy day for Jeff McNeil in right field, which again, I tweeted this out. Marte should not even be playing in the outfield anymore. Let Jeff McNeil play right field because he clearly is better at defense because freaking Starry Marte would have just watched the Gleyber Torres one in the 5th inning, which we'll talk about, just fly right over his head and be like, yeah, all right, home run. He wouldn't have even made an effort. But regardless, top of the 4th, Tommy Pham hits into the line out. And then this was another thing that pissed me off. Jeff McNeil gets plunked with a fastball. How Carlos Rodon throws a fastball that awful right to Jeff McNeil's back is beyond me. Whether it was intentional or not, probably was, considering how do you not locate a 4-seam? How do you miss with a 4-seam that poorly? In the MLB, nonetheless. He throws the helmet and stares at him. Why are you not charging that mound? This team needs some sort of spark. They need some sort of fire under their ass. And you just sit on your ass and not charge the mound? And even if he was too hurt to get up and charge the mound right away, why didn't nobody charge the mound? If I'm on the team or if I'm the manager, I'm sprinting full speed. I'm out of that dugout so fast. At Carlos Rodon on the mound. If I see my teammate get hit like that by a 4-seam. Maybe I'm just saying that because I'm some idiot making YouTube videos, but come on, where's the fire? Where's the passion? Mark Hanna then walks, And then the Mets end up wasting that opportunity as Francisco Alvarez hits into a double play. Bottom of the fourth, Bader hits a single, and then Anthony Volpe gets himself a single as well. And then thankfully, Quintana works out of it as he gets Higashioka to fly out. Peraza strikes out, and then IKF lines out. We go to the top of the fifth. Danny Mendick strikes out. That guy sucks. Nimmo gets on because of a Peraza fielding error. Mark Vientos then gets himself a single. Lindor hits into a lineout, and then Alonso strikes out, swinging on one knee, Todd Frazier style, because why else would he be consistent and get out of a slump here, right? Gleyber Torres then, like I said, hits one right over what would have been over the wall if Jeff McNeil didn't make an outstanding catch. So great play there by Jeff McNeil again. Very happy with what he did in the field today, but at the plate he sucked. Stanton grounds out. Anthony Rizzo hits into a fly out again to McNeil, who was great. We go to the top of the sixth. Pham flies out. McNeil lines out. Canna gets a single. Michael King comes in the pitch. Alvarez pops out. We go to the bottom of the sixth. By the way, it was nice to see Alvarez in the lineup despite him not doing much, but it was nice to see him. LeMahieu walks because, again, for whatever reason, the Mets just... Like, there's something wrong. How do you walk DJ LeMahieu in 2023 3 times in a baseball game back-to-back nights? Oh, my God. This team is such a wreck. How? How does that happen? Bader hits a single, and then Quintana works out of a jam yet again as he gets the next 3 outs. But, we go to the 7th. Wandy Peralta comes in, gets a 1-2-3 inning. Peraza made a nice little play on the Nimmo ground out. Drew Smith comes in. I had a heart attack for a bit after he got Peraza out, but then walked IKF. But thankfully, then Torres hits into a double play. We go to the 8th. Tommy Kahnle ends up coming in. And did I even mention when the Yankees scored their 3rd run? I just realized. Did I? I don't even remember. It was a Volpe RBI single because Bader got that single thanks to that error by Vientos because, again, throws it on the freaking ground as if Pete Alonso's doing ground ball drills, but I digress. Again, Tommy Kahnle comes in. He gets a 1-2-3 inning. Trevor Gott comes in. He doesn't do bad. Walks LeMahieu because, again, why would the Mets do why would they get LeMahieu out in this baseball game? Clay Holmes comes in the pitch for the Yankees, and he gets a 1-2-3 inning. Beatty had a pitch hit appearance, but who cares? The Mets were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They left 7 on in total. They only had 4 hits because, again, it wouldn't be a game of Mets baseball where they got the same amount of hits as or not the same amount, or they get as many hits as I could count on one hand. The top 6 in the order combined for what? 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. A what? 1 for 23 effort from the top 6 of the order. I don't know if my math was right there, but seems right. 1 hit from the top of your order, and it's Mark Vientos, who's usually not even in the top of the order. Wow. Wow. At least Nimmo had an RBI, right? From the top of the order. And Lindor had 2 walks, though. Such a disaster. Cano goes 1 for 2 with a walk. I guess he's the best offensive performer. Alvarez 1 for 4 again. He gets hits when the Mets lose because that's how this works for whatever reason. It would be nice if he could get his on-base numbers up. That would get him to superstar territory, but I don't know when we're going to get there. Hey, at least Danny Mendick got his first hit of them as a Met, even though he's hitting .321. Oh, sorry, that's his OPS. Yeah. He's hitting 083, but we'd rather play him instead of bringing Ronnie Mauricio up because we're scared of how he's going to do defensively. Yet we're trotting Mark Vientos out there at third base, not caring how he does defensively. Like, why are we caring as if this baseball team is going to turn it around? Like, I just don't get it. Oh my god. Pitching staff did fine. Only 5 strikeouts as pitching staff, which kind of sucked. But and Katana, 3 walks isn't pretty, but it's not the worst. But not not the worst start from Katana. Not the worst effort from the bullpen. Whatever. Whatever. This team is brutal. This team is just absolutely brutal. Like, I just question how nobody's been fired and how the coaches are. Like, what are the coaches doing in that dugout? Because it's clear as day that the batting practice guy, pitcher slash coach, sucks at his job because we saw what happened in the home run derby with Pete Alonso, and we see the way that the Mets are at the plate. The hitting approach sucks, so clearly there's a problem with the hitting coach. Jeremy Hefner has not been great. Buck Showalter's not been doing great as a manager this year. It just feels like it feels like it's both on the players and the coaching. But I question how much it is more the coaching than the players, considering the fact that how is it that every single player is performing so bad? Like, how does that happen? It's got to be a coaching thing because, like, how does every player perform this bad at once? It just feels impossible. What do I know though? Mets play the Nationals starting tomorrow for a 4-game set, so we could all get full. Then they'll go on and sweep the Nationals, and then the Mets will buy at the deadline because they'll think that they're all of a sudden the hot shit and the talk of baseball after sweeping the Nationals of all teams. Meanwhile, we know that's just not the truth. Kodai Senga versus Josiah Gray tomorrow at Citi Field. That's going to be it for me. See you in the next one.